Zach's Rank Buys, stocks with a short-term buy or strong buy recommendation. Now, here are more Zach's Rank Buys. We are going to identify a couple of momentum stock picks for you now. At least Mike Vodicka is. Mike is our momentum stock strategist at Zacks.com. I believe you've talked about these before. CF Industry Holdings, CF, the ticker symbol, is the first one. It's a fertilizer company.
Yeah, CF is a bigger name in fertilizers, and this is basically a way for investors to play the longer-term trend in agriculture, where there's a lot of pressure between supply and demand on global economic growth.
Right.
CF is they've seen some pretty nice gains this year. They recently reported second quarter earnings on August 4th, and revenue came in 38% year over year, which was a big jump, and they beat on earnings. Earnings came in 16% ahead of expectations. They actually reported earnings of $6.87. So as you can see, this is an extremely profitable company. Mm-hmm. Company has a average earnings surprise of 12% over the last 4 quarters. And providing just a little bit more granularity on the quarter too is CF has a lot of strong fundamental momentum right now. They announced that they're going to buy back 1.5 billion shares through 2013. They quadrupled their dividend to 40 cents, which was awesome, and they're also going to invest $1 billion to 1.5 billion in their business over the next year or two.
So this company's riding the wave of the commodity story, the bigger commodity story that's out there?
Absolutely. That's what drove their quarter. Is they saw the price of their fertilizers increase significantly, and then they also had volume increases too. So when you put the two together, it had a really good quarter.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
We did see some decent movement in estimates off the good quarter. The current year was up 40 cents. Analysts are looking for 17.43 this year. And then moving into the chart a little bit, in spite of these gains we've seen, the valuation picture still looks really good. Shares only trading at 8.5 times, so there's definitely a lot of value in CF right now that investors would want to take a look at. And then getting into the chart is we did recently see a new 52-week high at 163.25. Shares have pulled back a little bit since then, but we are at a key support level at the trend line right now.
All right. Deckers Outdoor. DECK, D-E-C-K, the ticker symbol. That's that sports company, right?
Yeah, it's. I guess you could say it's kind of diversified because they do have a couple of different lines. They do the Teva sandals, Teva or Teva, and they also do the very popular UGG boots.
Yeah.
You see those in the city a lot.
Yeah.
But this has been a hot momentum name too. This company has hit a number of new 52-week highs this year, and it's basically built upon what we're seeing on the fundamental side. Second quarter earnings from late July, we saw a nice gain in revenue. It was up 13% year over year, and they report earnings came in ahead of expectations too. So they've beaten each of the last 4 quarters.
So it's just shoes they do? They don't do any sporting equipment at all?
They don't do sporting equipment, but they will do a little bit of it on the accessories side.
Sports accessories.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't totally off on that one.
No. But their biggest segment though is the Uggs, like you mentioned before.
Yeah.
And Ugg sales were up 8% year over year, so that was decent.
Amazing that line is still popular.
It's been trendy for like 10 years.
Yep.
Yeah, it seems to be staying in fashion. The company's also opening retail stores. They saw a 100% increase in sales in their retail stores year over year,
Wow.
which is great. And then same-store sales were up 23%. So across the board, it was a really strong quarter for Deckers. Mm-hmm. Getting into the estimates a little bit, the current year was up 16 cents to 4.78 on the quarter. The next year estimates projecting 21% growth, which is pretty bullish. Valuation picture still looks good. PEG ratio of 1, that's in line with the benchmark for value. And then taking a quick look at the chart here, we see that shares did hit a new 52-week high recently at 105, and we've got some nice upward momentum here too.
All right, do you own either of these two?
I own CF.
Okay, if you want to check out more Zach's Rank Buy stock pick ideas, and you're not already at our homepage, Zacks.com, then get there and check in there often, because we put 4 new stock pick ideas up for you on that homepage daily. That's where they're highlighted, right on the homepage. 1 in each of the investing categories that we write about on Zacks.com. With Mike Vodicka, I'm Terry Ruffalo.